There's a lot of categories and a lot of niches out there that you can sell in. Lots of stuff to find and source out there. Today we're going to talk about what I would say is probably the best one that will make you more money than almost all of the other ones to begin with. Hey, it's Don. Today we're going to talk about a special niche, a category that I look for all the time that outweighs many other categories, many of them even combined. Today we're going to talk about transportation-related items. As I've said many times before, items that sell the best are ones that have multi-category interest. Multi-different types of collectors that want those. Not just one specific narrow category, but ones that have 3 or 4 specific types of buyers are the best. The more the merrier. That means you'll have more people, more eyes on your items, more opportunity to sell them. Items in the transportation category pretty much across the board qualify and meets those needs. 3 or 4 different types of buyers buy most of the transportation items. Transportation as well covers a broad range of types of items as well as collectibles themselves. They all fall under the category of collectibles and transportation of one type or another. Transportation includes subways, buses, trains, ships, cruise ships, steamships, steamboats. All that sort of thing comes into play when you're talking about transportation. Not just those types of transportation means, but also different types of collectibles. You've got China for every one of those. You've got brochures, print ads. There's trade cards for many of them. There's postcards. There's labels, poster stamps. Tickets, flyers, books, tons of books, clothing, buckles, lighters, letter openers, anything you could imagine that could be out there is covered under the entire area of transportation. And every one of the areas in transportation has those broad range of items. So why would there be 3 or 4 different types of people buying a specific item? Airlines, for example. There are many who collect just aircraft-related items in general. Some collect ones that they flew on before. Others worked there before. So those are a couple right there right off the bat. A lot of people who collect travel items collect airline stuff. So it's just what you would expect. So there's 3, 4, 5 different types of groups that would collect stuff from an airline. Same thing goes for steamships and ocean liners. A lot of people will collect ones by a certain company, or all of them in general, or a postcard with ocean liners on it, or a poster stamp, or a luggage label with a specific one on it. They worked there, they traveled there, their mom worked there. All of those sorts of reasons are why people would buy that sort of item. So across the board, most items in the transportation field have multiple collectors for various different reasons. Railroad is one of the biggest ones, and railroad covers the gambit of anything you could imagine. Booklets, print ads, everything. You name it, they have it for railroads, whatever it may be. Full china sets, full services, every size dish imaginable, silverware with logoed railroad lines on it and things like that. Newspapers that they publish just for some of the railroads, some of the lines. Menus. There'll be menus for almost everyone that had a dining car. Uniforms for everyone. You'll see conductors, you'll see specific line uniforms as well. So all of that is there. Accoutrements and things that went on their uniforms. Items and articles that were mounted onto the train, like lighting fixtures even. So it covers such a huge range of areas. Even model railroad collectors will buy some of the collectibles for that as well because they like a specific line. So even toy collectors verge into the transportation line and transportation collectibles. If you go to a train show, many times you will find railroad-related collectibles at that train show. Model railroaders, same basic principle. That's another line of people that would collect and buy transportation-related items. People from New York City just might buy New York City-related railroad lines because they live in the city and they take the subway, they've taken the trains. There's all sorts of different reasons, but transportation in general is probably the broadest range of diverse items. If you can learn transportation items in general, you've got a huge start, well over most other people, because transportation is a big area. It may not look like a big area when you're on eBay because it's small. You got to pop down into collectibles, transportation, and then you've got to pick the specific transportation. And then even from there, there's a ton of different subcategories, and there's subcategories of those subcategories as well. So, but it's huge. It is a good area. It's one of the easier ones to find. We even find railroad and transportation related items at a thrift store. One of the biggest transportation items I find all the time are blankets from airlines. I run into them all the time. Unless you open them up or know the colors to look for to begin with, you may miss something like that. Airline and general blankets show up. I found steamship blankets out of Savers on several different occasions. Things that are worth good money. We've even found uniforms at Savers in the Halloween section at many times before. Same thing with Goodwill. Same thing with the other thrift stores around here. So it's a good area for many, many different reasons. If I go to a flea market, antique fair, festival, I'm going to find something related to transportation no matter what. It's a given, no matter what. I don't think I've ever went to a flea market, and you can even see some of the videos I have of us going to flea markets here. I almost always come home with something related to transportation. Steamship images, even some of the maps you will run into are tied to transportation because they were printed by a railroad or an airline or a steamship company. They all have maps as well. So it just covers such a huge range. Even postage stamps are covered by transportation. You will find packet mail, which is mail that was sent from a ship in the ocean, sent from the sea across from somewhere else. Sometimes a boat will meet with an ocean liner, pick up mail, and off it goes. There are railroad post offices. And there's all sorts of tie-ins to those buttons, uniforms themselves, buckles, everything ties into there. It even clicks into the World's Fair transportation in general as well, because there was lines just for the World's Fair. Train depots were built, train stations and transportation were there. We find items related directly to steamship lines for World's Fair. You can find things tied to the Titanic. It's a steamship line, the White Star Line. Queen Mary, another good, well-known one. Cunard lines and all of that sort of thing. So if you were looking for just one category to really dig into, transportation would be it. It offers a huge range with not as much of a entrance into it. Now let's say you wanted to start selling records. Records take a huge amount of knowledge, skill, and experience to really be good at it. It'll take you a heck of a lot of time. But if you're out there finding transportation brochures, I can find them in stacks and all sorts of things for a reasonable price where I can almost always flip them for a good profit. Records, on the other hand, you may buy a whole bunch, you may waste a whole bunch of time looking through them, only to find $5 and $10 items. A lot of the harder to get records, you really got to dig for them. So the entrance into transportation is easy. The experience you need is minimal, and your phone will work to research almost anything in there. Now, it's not as easy, again, with like records, for example, because even if you can research from a store, there's different versions, there's different pressings, first pressing, and things like that with many records. There's stereo version versus mono versus a European import versus a UK import versus a repressing. So there's a lot more to just looking them up, even when you're out sourcing. So transportation in general offers you a broad range of abilities to search out and find stuff almost anywhere you go. It's been one of our best actual categories, I can tell you without a doubt. On average, we sell thousands a month in transportation related items. It's a huge chunk of our percentage of vintage items that we sell in the store we share with you. The key to doing this is knowing as much as you can in as much areas as you can, and transportation covers a bunch of those. It covers a bunch of different categories. Once you figure out how to age a transportation related brochure, most brochures that you find out there will be the same. Placemats, same type of thing. Postcards, the same type of thing. But you can still stay in one area and be able to source those left and right all day long and make a ton of money. I think in all the videos that I do that show items that we sold, I think they all include transportation related items in those sold listings. So it's just a huge area for us. A lot of people don't get the broadness in the amount of different types of collectibles. Just like today when they advertise for everything and they put a logo or a trademark or a character's figure on everything, glasses, shirts, and everything like that, they did it in transportation. In every form of transportation or form of advertisement they could get away with, they did. They wanted to boost it. Everybody did advertisement for all of those sorts of things. So you're going to find it all over the place. But anyway, that's what I have for you today. Hopefully you take that at heart. Hopefully that gave you some ideas, some thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell all your friends.
Nike, for those who are always on their game.